Says the Halevovas, we're now getting into the seventh and final parak of Shaar Habitachon and Chovas, and the Halevovas is telling us here that now that we went through the process of understanding what lies behind Bitachon, what are the benefits of having Bitachon, how one should use the tools of Bitachon in different situations, when he get to his own life, to the people around him, when he get to parnasa, and so forth and so forth. He's now going to get into the seventh parak where he's going to discuss the things that would make a person lose his Bitachon, and then finish off with vice versa, the madregas, how a person can garner more and more Bitachon. Says the Halevovas, he's going to discuss the things that make a person lose Bitachon. Says the Halevovas, I already gave you three other sha'arim, the Shaar Habitachon, Shaar Habitachon, the Shaar Habitachon, and so forth. And there, the Rabeinu Bachye described the things that would make a person lose those things. And he says those same things could make a person lose the Bitachon. And those things are like this. The first one is that a person when a person does his avodas Hashem, but he doesn't just do it for avodas Hashem, he doesn't just try and work on his Bitachon because he knows he needs to have Bitachon HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He does it for gaiva, for schar, for taiva, for whatever other reason that can make him lose his Bitachon, because of course that makes the whole Bitachon unreal. Number two, if a person runs after taivas, in other words, yeah, of course, I'll spend a few minutes on Bitachon, I'll spend a few minutes on Emunah, I'll spend a few minutes on Torah, but most of my day I'll just allow myself to run after taivas. Says the Halevovas, what that causes a person to do is to lose the power of his thinking brain, because it's so overtaken by taiva, and that again is something that would cause a person, even a person that already garnered a certain level of Bitachon, he'll cause a person to lose it to him. Another thing, says the Halevovas, the third thing that could cause a person to lose his Bitachon is if a person gets so used to the incredible tovas that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives to him, and he looks at it as, it's a natural thing, this is how the world runs, and he stops focusing in on having a karas hatov, on the incredible tovas that HaKadosh Baruch Hu does with him, of course is another reason for a person to lose Bitachon. Because as we will recall, so many times in the Shaar Habitachon that the Halevovas mentioned this idea where a person has to focus in on the incredible tovas that HaKadosh Baruch Hu does with us. But if a person starts looking at these tovas as just part of nature, of course he won't have that focus. The fourth is when a person starts thinking that any pain that comes towards him is not ultimately for his tova, is not ultimately the tav of it, then at some point it will cause him to lose his Bitachon, because he'll start that instead of being a karas hatov, he'll be a kafir tova. He'll reject whatever HaKadosh Baruch Hu is sending his way. So a person has to, besides the ideas of Bitachon he has to work on, he has to always also remember the fact that HaKadosh Baruch Hu does so many tovas for me, and everything that HaKadosh Baruch Hu does is l'tova. And of course sometimes it's hard to get to that level, but we have to take it step by step. There was an incredible story of Moshe friend who once was able to get thousands and thousands of chickens for Yom Tov, for Aniyim, and before Rosh Hashanah he got himself his own shoichet and a private thing to make it very cheap and to keep the costs down. And then right before Yom Tov they put in all the chickens into a massive fridge, and someone came and pulled out the plug right before the Zman. It was a 3-day Yom Tov, 2 days Rosh Hashanah and then Shabbos. He came afterwards, and of course all the chickens were lost, and the people around him saw that for a few days he was going around saying, it's not that person, it's Hashem. And they asked him, why are you not saying Kol Madav Rachman L'Tav Avid? Why are you saying it's Hashem? So he says, I'm not there yet. In other words, sometimes we're not there yet to say it's L'Toiva, but at least we have to remember it's HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because otherwise if we start losing ourselves, then we start losing all our Bitachon. Have a wonderful day.